Hello friends, today I will discuss the fire type, different type of fire, and what is the extinguisher you can use for this fire, and fire type you familiar with the A, B, C, D, E, F, K, E, and also one L type fire star. It is the new one, so ISO 3941-2026 it has implemented the L type fire. So L is the new one. So today I will discuss the total type of fire and what is the fire extinguisher used for that extinguish the fire, and what is the impact on that, and which is the you are define the classification of fire. So today I will discuss the every all details. So A type fire, you know the ordinary combustible materials. A type fire, you know the ordinary combustible materials like as wood, paper, cloth. These are the A type fire. Next, which type of fire extinguisher you can use for the A type fire? So normal you can use the ABC type fire, the dry chemical powder you can use for that fire extinguisher. Next, it is you can use also water steam, you can use also water steam for that extinguisher fire. Next, the spread, what is the impact on that fire? Spread is the standard combustion, so you can produce in that fire you produce the heat, it produce the temperature high. And next is the B type fire. B type fire means flammable liquid. The gas, oil, paint, solvents, these are the flammable liquids. In that fire, you can define the class B type fire. So in that cases, you use the CO2 type fire extinguisher for that specific B type fire. You can extinguish by CO2. So next you don't use the water steam, you don't use the B type fire. And impact is the flashback, liquid spread across the surface. Next is the C type fire. C type fire means it is the flammable gases, different type of gas. That cases the fire, you can define the C type class. So it is the propane, butane, natural gas. So which type of fire extinguisher you can use for that cases? You can use the CO2 type fire extinguisher. Water, you don't use the water. And it is the impact. What is the impact? Explosion gas, build up gas accumulation in enclosed space. Next is the D type fire. D type fire, you can define D type fire. This is the combustible metals related fire. You can define the D type, you can identify the D type. So D type, that is magnesium, titanium, aluminum, sodium, these are the fire you can identify that class D type fire. And you can use for that fire extinguisher, you can use the DCP, dry chemical powder, or you can use the sand you can use. And you can't use the water, CO2 and foam. What is the impact? Now extreme heat, 3000 degrees centigrade plus more than 3000 centigrade, that temperature will be in case and react the water, it is violently. If you put the water, then it will be violently the this type of fire. Next is the fire F or K, kitchen fire. Normally we are familiar with the kitchen fire. Kitchen have the identify the, you can identify that fire when the cooking time, that fire sometimes happen, that is called vegetable oil and animal fat. These are the kitchen fire or class F and K fire. Fire extinguisher, you can use the CO2 fire extinguisher, you can use the wet chemical powder you can use. And you don't use the water and boil over the explosion. If you put the water, then suddenly it will be explode, so don't use the water. And it impact the boil over the explosion, oil exceed, auto ignition temperature. Next is the electrical fire. Electrical fire is that is called E type fire. So energized time, whatever the energized time, energy equipment and due to short circuit, this type of fire happen. It is the wiring, motors, panels, it has happened. So in that cases, fire extinguisher, you should use the CO2 type fire extinguisher. You don't use the water type any water jet or water, don't put the water. So it has the impact is the electrocution is the person who get the shock and electrocution and electric arc and the fuel fire. So it happen in that electrical CE type fire. Next is the new one is the class L. Class L is the we know everybody nowadays the every vehicles the electrical vehicles the lithium battery is are using the electrical like an EVs e-bike storage of device. So these are the vehicles using the lithium battery, and that battery sometimes the overheated short circuit, in that cases it may be fire. So that fire is the you can identify it is the class L fire, and it is impact the high temperature and also blast. It may be sometimes the it will be blast and melted, though it will be reduce the oxygen. So this L type fire is included in our the fire type. So friends, you have to clearly concept get the concept in that cases. And L type fire, what is the fire extinguisher you can use? You can use the CO2 type fire extinguisher. So these are the clear details for fire type A, B, C, D, E, F, K, E and L. So thank you friends, bye bye.